Right, good morning, everybody. So, some question from KP. Okay, KP from Malaysia Traders Club. So, this video will serve as educational contents for both the Singapore and Malaysia Traders Club. Now, first of all, the left-hand side panel. Yes, last night I forgot to cover this left-hand side panel. So, here it goes. Right, so trailing stop, I think is very simple. Trailing stop, all you need to do is to put up the indicator and you will be able to see the trailing stop right here. Or you remove it, then it will not appear the trailing stop value. So this one is very straightforward. And then the transaction volume, you should know the volume over here. Then what are the colorful lines here? Orange, blue, green, and Tiffany blue. Your moving average, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 40, 200. Then the VT. Okay, VT volume, this is VT volume you should be familiar, which is the volume trigger when a stock hits this volume. Like for example, today, if you're looking at Fraser Standard Point Trust, you put your cursor on the last trading day, it's showing you 3.52542 million. That means if Fraser trades to 3.5 million, it triggers the volume. So that means the volume is high enough. And if you look at the percentage, right now is 4.02%. It means today, okay, this last candle is 23rd of December. So it means currently the transaction volume is only 4% of the target. So if you see any stocks with high volume, right, you should be able to see close to 70, 80, 90%. So the higher the percentage, it tells you how close you are to VT. Also, you can take a very quick visual. Let's take a look at the Malaysia stock Kopi. Okay, Kopi volume also not very high today. This is 22nd. I need to refresh my ESPMaster to load the Bursa stocks. Okay, just go to Kopi, go to SM. Okay, and then you see Kopi today, the volume is also very low. Okay, let me see what are the stocks with high volume, then it's more meaningful. Today is a low volume day. I don't have any stock with high volume. Let's try SCG, but at least it's in a million. Or 99 smart 99 smart is 2 million. Let's try 99 smart. Walao eh, so small. Okay lah. So 顾名思义啦. So you know what I mean. The volume percentage of the VT. So right now, VT is 6 million. So currently it's doing 1.24. So it's close to about 20% the volume. Or the higher the percentage, it means it's very close to VT. Then why do we have this? Maybe you should ask, not you should ask, maybe you will be curious, why are we having this? This is part of the auto trading, the automation that we are working on. So we are printing it onto the ESPMaster so that the analysts, hey, did I share my screen? Oh, hang. So that the analysts will be able to verify that the trigger is correct. Also, all these extra number you see on the ESPMaster is because we are translating from ESPMaster to full auto trading. So a lot of development work going on, and all these numbers best to be printed out so that it's very easy for us to check whether the signals are generated correct or not. Okay, now P percentage. Okay, we used to have this P percentage, now all put under indicators. P percentage is under right here. All right, you used to see this. So we decided that it takes up a lot of real estate on the chart. So we make it a trend bar. So green, red, yellow. So 99 Smart is a IPO stock. So you can't see the history. If you go to something with history like DBS, you'll be able to see more color. Oh, got red, got orange, got green. That's one last night I already addressed. So this one is to tell you what is the current level of the P percentage lah. Oh, is it important? This one again, like I say, we print it out because when we try to double check, cross check the auto trades done, we want to check whether the P percentage fulfill our criteria or not lah. Okay, and the ADR, all right, ADR, it goes to show DBS over the last, okay, DBS is not a very meaningful chart to do this ADR because it's so low, 0.68%. So for this, let's go to a more volatile stock. Okay, let's talk about NCT in Bursa. Okay, NCT in Bursa, as you can see, it is 2.7%. All right, so ADR, I'm at ADR. ADR 2.7% means that currently the 20-day average daily range of NCT, that means potentially every day for the past 20 days, the average, it moves about 2.7%. Now, before you buy a stock, right, you want to know, currently the day high to day low is what is the range compared to the past 20 days. If you are already exceeding the 2.7% in NCT, for example, then you know you're buying near the day high already. Potentially, that could be the near high. If let's say you're buying at 3.5%, let's say today is 3.5%, that means you already, you know you're buying near the day high. Very unlikely, it is going to go up some more. Also, you probably want to wait. So the percentage beside the ADR is the range of today versus the 20-day average. How many percent am I away from the 2.7%? So let's say you are 50% away, then you know, you still got another 50% to go. Okay. But most useful instead of in Bursa stock, I think it will be more relevant for Wall Street stock. Okay, so let's take a look at Wall Street MPCPT. Yesterday we were talking about PTCT. Okay, this one volatile stock more sure. So you can see the range, right, is 3.73%. Currently, today's range, which is last night's range, is 70% of that range. So you know that you are not buying at the high. Also, you have some room to maneuver. Okay, so that is how you use this. And the ranking, ranking will be more relevant to use US stock, Wall Street stocks. Because for Bursa, we couldn't get the sector information 100%. So, and the market is quite small. So the sector doesn't really play a big part in the analysis. As you know, in Bursa, tech stock law, construction law, bank law, or what else? Then the other are special team stocks, like sometimes kopi law. So when kopi move, right, it doesn't mean your other drink stocks is going to move, because it's a cafe, man. So that's why the Bursa market and Singapore market is smaller, so the sector may not be relevant. But over at Wall Street, it's more interesting because you got a lot of stocks, 7,000 stocks. So you can see like ranking, this is healthcare. So the ranking, you see bracket, we got 5, 8, 1, 2. That means in the 1 week strength, it is ranked number 5 across the whole market. And for the 1 month, also it is from week, 1 month, 3 months, and 6 months. So by putting it on the chart directly, you don't have to go flip to the sector analysis to check it out. Or you can directly see from the stock, which sector is it belonging to, and then right here, it places here, 5812. Not a bad one. And you know, over the past 1 month, it is underperforming, right? 8, rank number 8. Well, but over 3 months, 6 months, 8, it is actually quite decent. Number 1 and number 2. So you watch for the near term 1 week. If it starts to turn up, when keep improving on the rank, like go 4, 3, 2, 1, then you know that, so this healthcare stock potentially is going to regain the leadership in the Wall Street. Now, doesn't mean that you only need to trade the leadership. It's just that it's good and added advantage if you are trading stocks in the leading sector. Or otherwise, a stock can still go up despite being in the, what I should put it this way, the stock, so long that sector is not underperforming, underperforming S&P 500, then you are good to go. Those underperforming one like consumer, defense, or utilities, you see how bad it is, 10, 11, 8, 8. So what are the stocks in utility? Let's talk about this Hawaiian, don't know what. Then you buy this sort of stock, you're asking for trouble. You're going to see the ranking is so low. Utilities. So not this type of stock. Okay. So that is the reason for this ranking over here. And the RS is the stock's relative strength compared to the rest of the market. So this stock has got the RS at 69.6%. Okay. It is not the RSI KP. It is not the RSI. RSI is this this one. It's not the RSI. This is the RSI indicator. This one is not. This one is the relative strength compared the stock movement compared to the whole market in US. Okay. So if you look at the Singapore stocks, example, CSE Global, it is the relative strength of CSE Global compared to the rest of the stock market. So you can see it's quite strong at 94%. We all know because of this powerful movement right? So this is the RS. Now, the intention and purpose for RS is to trade stocks that are outperforming the rest of the market. And this brings us to the next indicator, which I didn't have a chance to go through it, and I forgot. It's because of the we are preparing videos. So this video is just to let you all get up to speed. But on the other side, we are coming out with videos, tutorial videos to explain each feature. So this leadership index, right, okay, is something new that we have created. It is useful only when the circumstances is there. Okay, let's for example, let's take a look at CSE Global. So CSE Global, you can see that it is above zero. Any stock, when you check the leadership index is above zero, it means that it is outperforming the index. Index, not the whole market. So if you're losing the leadership index for the Singapore and Bursa market, Singapore benchmark against STI, Bursa benchmark against the KLCI, which I think it is flawed because the index is only 30 constituents, so it is not the best representation. But we still have to benchmark against something. So at least you know this stock is outperforming STI. So if you go and take a look at Propnex, underperforming STI. Also, when you want to take a trade in any stock, like for example, last week we have China Aviation Oil. China Aviation Oil. So before you take the signal, right, you can take a look. It has been underperforming the index since October to December. Also, can it rise and then take leadership in the as compared to STI? So this is a question mark, right? It could be a lower high before it go lower, or unless you have got some very solid fundamental catalyst that you know that there is a trigger coming and it should go up, then probably you want to take a look at this stock. Okay, so this is a shortcut I mean, for you to find stocks that are already now we have the P percentage that allows you to trade stock in uptrend. Now we have another one that you on top of uptrend, right? It must be better performing than the rest of the market. Wow, even more powerful. So now if you take a look at China Aviation, okay, let's say you are looking at before it goes up, right? You can see as China Aviation, right, starts to trade sideways from this date, 5th of December, you can see your performance of China Aviation compared to STI, right, is actually starting to outperform STI. You can see it's sloping up. Sloping up means it's gaining speed, gaining strength against STI. So when the breakout happened, right, you know that it previously already started to trade upwards against the STI. Breakout, if it comes with high volume, then perhaps you want to take the trade. The better trades will be those that are already on top. Okay, and the other one is bearish divergence over here. Before it swing up into the uptrend, right, you can see China Aviation Oil already down. Okay, but your relative strength, not relative strength, your leadership index already showing a divergence. That means it is already gaining strength against the index. Okay, so this is a very quick introduction to this leadership index. Most of the time, you may not be able to see anything meaningful. Let's take a look at AMD. Most of the time, you should not see anything meaningful like this AMD. Nothing meaningful. Nothing meaningful. So if there's nothing meaningful, then it shall not be considered. Okay, so this leadership index, use it as a added advantage. If you take a trade, if it shows leadership index shows you that this stock is gaining leadership, then that is the added advantage for you to take the breakout. So all these tools are built to keep increasing our chance of finding the right stock. Okay, not the right chart. Chart is not everything. Like I always say, the stock selection is the one that is more key. Sector is good, leadership is good. Then you know you got the right one. Breakout happen, take the trade and try. Okay, so keep the questions coming, and we'll come out with more education video like this to explain to you. So that's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.